You can also teach young players a little red light, green light so they can work on their jump stops. And you can also point them towards a basket to come to a jump stop and make a nice bounce pass. Given that traveling is the #1 issue at this age group, you really want to do drills showing players the difference between a front pivot and a reverse pivot. Players this age often have a hard time catching balls over their head while rebounding or passing. Use the wall when possible to develop strength, quicker reaction time, and better hands. Teach players the importance of a strong athletic base and how to protect the ball and create personal space by facing the defense, pivoting, and ripping the ball shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to hip, hip to hip. It's important to focus on how players receive the ball. Teach young kids to meet the ball in a strong athletic stance. You want their hands in a W, or better yet, in a tight end or wide receiver grip to show that they want the ball and they also want to protect their face. Line up the group into one railroad track where each player is on one side of the railroad track. You can also set up 2 or 3 railroad tracks depending on the size of the gym and the number of players. Many players this age favor one side, so you want to encourage players to work on placing both thumbs down into the ground and passing a bounce pass that strikes the ground about 2/3 of the distance between both players. Players this age should be praised for learning how to pass with both their right and left hands equally, and also with a cross step where they cross their body and a side step when they step to the side. Players will need regular reminders that if their cross step does not work, they are not allowed to switch pivot foots and travel. They need a side step to get out of the cross step. The opposite is also true. If the side step doesn't work, then they counter with a cross step. All railroad track passing can have dummy trees in the middle where mock defenders stand like trees so players can work on footwork, their cross and side steps, around the dead trees. Trees then can be live defenders. As you can see, shuttle passing here is often tough for younger age groups, but it does simulate more of a game situation. You can have the kids pass the ball just back and forth and do so without traveling by leveraging the back foot, and you can add a dribble around a defender to see if they can dribble and then get that pass off without traveling. Kids really enjoy games of monkey in the middle. So what you want to do here is use dots where you have the passers spaced out properly, either 2-on-1 with one monkey in the middle, or you can do 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 or 4-on-2. You always want to give the advantage numbers to the offense. This way the players had learn how to read, react, ball fake, and ID the open player with passing form and footwork that you just taught. Timeout number 3 helps cover monkeys in motion, which shows you how to get the kids moving and reduce traveling. Younger kids and the beginners, you want to keep them in games where it's something like first team to 25 passes with no drops wins. And if you advance to monkey in the middle, make it passers versus the monkeys, passers who make 10 passes without a steal as a group. Then the monkeys do push-ups. If the monkeys get 3 steals, the passers do push-ups. During this 30-second water break, talk to the kids quickly about how important it is to fuel up with a healthy protein and fat-filled breakfast over a sugary breakfast. Ask them to think about doing a better job of fueling up before next practice, and then move them on to the shooting series.